I watched the first two episodes of this today. I thought it was okay, I guess. There was some weird things on it though, where I wasn't I wasn't sure what was. It's just some nitpicks, I guess. At the beginning, there's some guy, and he looks like a fucking Cuban or an immigrant or some bullshit. And then these guys are holding him hostage or something, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get a reward for you," and all this stuff. And he's like, "Oh, I forget what he says. It's some woke thing, like, oh, like I was born this way or some stupid bullshit or something." And it's like, really, come on. The rest of it is just okay. So Rogue, they got her accent right and everything, but it sounds like a 12-year-old girl. Like, I don't know what's with that, with the girl that does the voice for this, but it just sounds like a 12-year-old girl from Alabama. And I mean, yeah, I mean, Rogue does have that accent, and she's supposed to sound like that, but they made the girl. I don't know if they hired like a child to do Rogue's voice or what, but I just kind of was annoyed by that. I'm like, why does she sound like a 12-year-old? And then Wolverine, I swear, like, I was watching it, and it felt like his accent and voice changed a couple of times for me as well. Like, when they're in the plane, Scott and him are like arguing, and if you listen to Wolverine on the plane, he sounds like Conor McGregor. And I'm like, what? And then we have this annoying subplot with Jean Grey being pregnant, and they're basically just putting it in Wolverine's face and trolling him about it. And then the baby comes, and then guess who has to take her? Not Cyclops, but Wolverine. And then Wolverine is driving like a fucking idiot, and it's just, I mean, it's okay, but it's like, why are they doing these weird things on here? Like, I don't know why there's just a lot of oddball, goofy shit on it. And then Magneto Magneto is running the school or whatever now. And then they have this thing at the end where with the UN, and it's basically a rehash of Days of Future Past. And at the end, another Jean Grey shows up. So it's basically, they're just, from what I gathered, it seems like Days of Future Past. They're just rehashing that. Overall, I mean, I don't hate this show or anything. It's just, I wish they would get Wolverine's accent better, or give us a sustainable actor for it, which was very weird to me. They need to make Rogue sound more like a grown-up girl. She sounds like a 12-year-old. Besides that, I mean, I just thought it was okay. Like, I mean, I didn't think it was like anything like spectacular or exciting or anything. I mean, I'm guessing this is that guy at the beginning, the Puerto Rican dude or whatever, the guy that's crying about he can't help who he is and all this stuff. And then, okay, so here's another weird subplot. So at the beginning, this guy gets captured by these, I don't know who they are, like militia people or something, and they're trying to turn him over for a reward. And then he's sitting there and he's got a collar thing on his neck and he can't use his power. And he's like, oh, well, I'll pay you so I can get out of here and all this. And they're like, no, we're going to get money from these guys. And the X-Men come in and then they free him. And then he's trying to pay them. And they're like, no, we don't want your money. And then he goes with them to the school or whatever. And then Jubilee's like, oh, well, we'll accept you here. We're family and all this. And then the whole time it turns out this guy has, I don't know if he's like a millionaire or what, but he's like, oh, well, I happen to have a private jet and you could fly it and all this. And then he just walks off. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's what I mean. There's just a lot of like oddball, goofy things on here that they're, I don't know. I liked how Cyclops looked. They don't show her on here. Let's see, on here. No, they don't show Cyclops. Cyclops is at the end, and she looks pretty fucking badass. There was somebody else on. Oh, it was Colossus. Colossus showed up. That was pretty cool, but I'm not sure if it was Colossus actually or that other guy that I don't know who that other guy was. He was like a real weirdo. I think he was that guy on the X-Men movie. This guy. I think this is the dude that was on the X-Men movie with Logan that he's dying or whatever, and he lost his powers because they put stuff in the food or something. I can't remember what it was. I think that's who that guy was. Logan's friend on the Logan movie. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably still watch it and see what happens. I just, I don't know. Just a lot of goofy stuff they're doing on here. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know why everybody's so upset about it and everything. I think the graphics and stuff could be a little better. Or the art or whatever the show, the animation, I guess. The fighting and stuff wasn't bad. That's pretty much my only real complaints about the show. I'll just see where it goes, but this is the guy that's voicing Wolverine. Who's Lenore Zann? Let's see how old this gal is. Lenore Zann. Well, she looks pretty old. Why does she, that's the gal that's doing Rogue's voice? Why does she sound like a 12-year-old on there? I don't know. That was just really weird, you know, when you see Rogue. I mean, yeah, she does sound like Rogue, but she sounds like a way younger Rogue, but like in a way older body of Rogue. It's just weird. Oh, and then this scene here. This is the scene where I was talking about. Wolverine and Scott are having this argument, and he somehow gets it sounds like a Scottish accent, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then after that, he goes back to normal. Like, okay. Overall, though, it seems like just a variation of Days of Future Past. That's what I think this is going. They're taking Days of Future Past and they change some things around, and that's where it seems like it's going. I don't really have anything else to say. Like, I don't hate it. I'm just more annoyed than anything. And the thing with Rogue and Wolverine, but I'll just see where it goes. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money. Laughing to the bank cause it's funny, the money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I attract and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas turn up